Hey guys, this is Franz Neidman, and I wanted to talk to you today about intermittent fasting and its popularity and some of my experiences with it. And I think first of all, if you don't know what intermittent fasting is, it's basically it's periodizing your eating. So it means there's periods of time when you eat, there's periods of times when you don't eat. What is very popular right now is basically kind of what I call like a 16/8, which is where you put your window for eating in about 8 hours. So let's say you eat from 12 to 8 p.m. That's your eating window. So your meals are going to be within that time frame. But from 8 p.m. at night till 12 noon the following day, you basically are you're going 16 hours without food. And I think like any successful dietary plan or any successful nutrition approach, it can work. Why? It is a way to manage the amount of energy that you take into your body. If somebody's, God, they're really having a hard time just overeating, sometimes just omitting a meal or two, obviously that's a chunk of input and calories and energy that you're not taking in. So it's a really good way to kind of potentially minimize the amount of food you eat. But it also is it's a great way to deal with hunger. Like if you're somebody who can't deal with hunger, sometimes fasting is a good way to kind of uh, to deal with your hunger issues and to learn that fasting's not. I mean, that hunger is not a crisis. It's not the end of the world. So learning to manage hunger is good. It can actually be a very good thing. And for a lot of people, they'll find that they'll get leaner. They'll get leaner with intermittent fasting, and they can lose weight. They can lose body fat, which is really what we're trying to lose. So I'm a fan, but I also have found that now with my third kid, I have a 5-month-old little girl. My wife's pregnancy was tough in the sense that she didn't sleep well, which means I didn't sleep well. And then our new baby's not a good sleeper. So it's been I think, very stressful on me to just not sleep. And I still have a very busy personal training schedule and a business to run, and two other kids that are 11 and 8, almost 9. And I have found that fasting on certain days has been terrible for me. I've actually found that instead of losing weight, which is weird, I've actually put on a layer of like bloat and flub. And I really think a lot of that, not necessarily because I'm eating bad foods, it's because I'm not resting, I'm not recovering. And going, a day without eating or 16, 18, sometimes 20 hours without eating, my body takes it as stress. And it's a stress response to my body, and it makes me feel terrible. It makes my hormones feel off, and it just kind of unsettled. So going back to more frequent eating during this stage of my life has been way more beneficial. So right now, eating 3 times a day is much better than eating once or twice a day. Sometimes eating like 4 times a day. So intermittent fasting can be phenomenal, can be extremely beneficial for some people, but it's not any better for fat loss or weight loss than other systems. I mean, bodybuilders sometimes eat 5, 6, 7 meals a day, and they get crazy lean. So it's more about your exercise, obviously, the amount of energy that you're burning, the amount of muscle that you're trying to build, your NEAT, which is basically your non-exercise activity. That's as important as anything. And just eating whole foods and just really good food options and good choices, regardless of what food plan or diet you want to follow. Ultimately, it's about movement. It's about making good food choices. It's about your habits, and it's about the amount of energy that you are bringing into your body and then consequently burning. So there's many ways to do that. So intermittent fasting is not essential. Can it be very beneficial for people? Yes. So for some people, I think it is a viable choice. Um, but I think what you need to do is use common sense, and depending on what's going on in your life, um, don't necessarily jump on the bandwagon if you are going through a lot of stress, or you have maybe your medical school, or you've just got a lot of pressing issues in your life. It may not be the timing to do intermittent fasting. but you can still manage your food intake over 3 or 4 meals just by being smart with your choices and by exercising and finding ways to deal with stress. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Intermittent fasting can be great, but it can also be very detrimental to your health. Your body can see it as an extra stress in your body. So I hope that helps. Like always, I always like to hear your feedback and what you guys think and maybe how intermittent fasting has worked or hasn't worked for you. So signing off, have a great day.